Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see by the title, is a Primark haul. And honestly, I've seen these everywhere and I get so excited to check out what Primark have, especially when it's coming to autumn fashion. I was so excited that actually I didn't even shop at my local Primark. I decided I wanted to go to a bigger one, so we actually went to Bristol so that I could get more of a range of stuff. I think that Bristol's Primark is first of all bigger than my local one, but also it's just really nicely laid out, and it's easy to find stuff. So that was another reason why I wanted to go there. And I just quite like the Primark in Bristol. It's just laid out nicely. So yeah, we went to Bristol. We actually went a few days ago, and little story time for you, I did post about this on my Instagram as well, so make sure to check out my Instagram for like regular updates on what I get up to and what happens with me. I'll insert it here and I'll put it in the description below. But basically I went with my mum and we got up early. I actually didn't sleep the night before, so we were both up quite early, so we thought, right, do you know what, let's just get up and go. So we actually left the house. It takes about an hour to get to Bristol, and I think we left the house at pretty much 8 o'clock, which if you know me, you know that that's something that I don't do. I don't get up that early in general. I don't go to places early just because I struggle with tiredness. But I was up, I was ready to go. We went via Costa, got my coffee, and then we got there, we went straight to Primark, and we were probably in Primark, I think we got to Primark maybe like 9:15 by the time we parked up and like got in and stuff. And I was in Primark probably all of 10-15 minutes, and obviously I had my mask on because that's compulsory now. And I was walking around, and I wear the medical ones because I find them more breathable for me anyway, and it doesn't affect my skin as much as well. So I had that one on, and I just said to Mum, I need to take my mask off for a minute because my eyes are playing with me. And it was like my eyes were going a bit fuzzy, and like it's really hard to explain, but you sort of like, you're seeing stuff but you're not feeling it. It's really weird. So I just said, I'm just going to take my mask off for like a couple of minutes just so I can get like myself back to normal. Took my mask off, and then with the next thing I know, I had to sit on the floor. So I've sat on the floor in the middle of Primark, and obviously I took my mask off because at that point I thought I was going to pass out. It was the worst feeling. If you regularly pass out or have panic attacks or anything in that sort of category, you will know how horrible it feels. And I literally sat on the floor and I was shaking like honestly, I was shaking so badly. Then they got the first aiders come straight over to me. I had to obviously give them some details and stuff, but obviously I hadn't fallen, so it wasn't like it was that too big a deal. But they're really good in Primark. I honestly cannot fault the staff in Bristol Primark that day. And the thing is, because I've passed out before quite a few times, or I've had a panic attack or something like that, I kind of know what I need when I'm in that state, and unfortunately I didn't have what I needed on me to help. So when I get bad like that, I know straight away that I need some water. That's the first thing that I need. And then when I start to come to more, I need salt. Salt is something that I need almost instantly, and unfortunately I didn't have either of those things on me to help myself. So luckily in Primark they were really lovely. They went and got me a cup of water, and they had ice in it as well, and that started making me feel better. I'm still sat on the floor, bearing in mind, Obviously they offered me a chair and stuff to sit on, but if I was comfortable on the floor, then they're happy for me to stay on the floor. And at that point I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself to stand up and then make myself worse. So they gave me a glass of water, so I was having my water, and honestly I was shaking so badly that I actually had to have both hands to sip for my water because my hand was so unsteady. And then my mum, bless her, she was fanning me as well, because obviously you get quite hot when you're in that situation. So she was fanning me, because she always has a fan. It's time of life for her. So she always has a fan. If you know her, you know she always has a fan. And I said to her, like, I was starting to come to a little bit, and I'd taken some paracetamol, and I just said to her, this might sound really weird, but all I want is McDonald's chips, because I know that they're super salty. So my mum, bless her, the McDonald's from the Primark is like down the road, so it's a little bit of a walk but not super far. So mum, bless her, went all the way down to McDonald's for me, got me, unfortunately when I passed out, or when I had my spell, it was before, I think it was before 10 or before 11, I can't remember, and they don't start serving chips until after that time because they're still in breakfast. So my mum got me 2 hash browns instead, which I was not complaining about because I love a hash brown from there. So she came back with 2 hash browns, had my hash browns, and I then started to feel cold, which normally means that I'm getting better because my body temperature is going back to normal. So yeah, I was probably on the floor for a good 20 minutes, if not more, and it was really horrible. But I'm quite lucky that, for me, because I know for some people the thought of sitting on a public floor is something that they wouldn't think to do, like they would be embarrassed to do so. But for me, because I've had the fibro, even before I was diagnosed with my fibro, I would get quite tired and quite sore quite quickly, and I've never been embarrassed to sit on the floor. If I need to sit down, I will just sit on the floor. I have no choice a lot of the time. So yeah, I wasn't embarrassed to sit straight on the floor, so I knew that that would help me straight away. But I did carry on afterwards. Obviously it was a very slow shopping trip after that. I was still sipping my water, I was walking very slowly, I was taking my time, but yeah, I carried on. So I thought I would just let you know that not every day is perfect. People have bumps in the road all the time. Thank you to all the Bristol Primark staff, because you were amazing, and actually everyone that was there as well, like just members, like people shopping, were really, really sweet, really, really kind, just like making sure I was okay, like completely understood what my situation was. And then actually when we carried on a bit later and carried on around Primark, we bumped into a few of them that asked if I was okay before, and they made sure that I was okay then. It was just really nice, and it just shows that a little bit of kindness can go a long way as well, because I think if I'd had people being rude to me about it, giving me funny looks, that sort of thing, if I'd had that reaction, I probably would have then followed on with a panic attack and then had to go home. Whereas because I had kindness around me, it made me feel like actually it's okay that this has happened and I can get through it. So yeah, so I thought I would just let you know that it's not always as wonderful as it may seem. I don't think it matters whether or not you suffer with fainting spells, panic attacks, anything like that. Anyone could go through this where they think they're going to pass out. Anyone could. And it's important to remember that even if you think you're in that state, you can get through it as well. And I also do want to mention that if I vlog in the future in shops, this is not something that I recommend, but I will not be able to wear a mask out anymore, because I always felt a bit funny when I wore them, as I'm sure many people do, because I've spoken to many people who feel the same. But I just obviously carried on, wore it. But I've realised that I cannot do that. With the way my body functions, wearing a mask clearly does not help me. And so obviously I will be remaining keeping my social distancing. Obviously I think things are going to change again now that the government's come in and said no groups larger than 6 again. So I know that restrictions are getting a lot stricter now. So things are going to change again. But as they stand right now, I am not going to be wearing a mask because of my disability. So I'm just putting it out there so that if you either see me out, or if you see, I don't know, me vlogging, I don't know if I'll vlog coming up, but if I do and I'm not wearing a mask when we're out in public, that is why. I just thought I would state that now, so it doesn't lead to confusion further on down the line. But anyway, having said all that, because I've now waffled for almost 15 minutes, we are going to crack on with why you're here, the Primark haul. So, I'm not going to lie to you, I spent a lot of dollar. I managed to spend £222 on the dot, which I think was really weird. So 2 bags later and £222 later, I bring you the autumn Primark haul. Here we have, I did actually manage to fit, well, there's actually something that's not in but is in the background, but I did manage to put it all back in to the bag. So this huge bag is filled with all the Primark bits. So the first thing, I think I'm going to start with this one because it's nice and cozy for winter / autumn, because we're not in winter yet, thank goodness. So I picked up this fluffy jacket. Now honestly, if I could put how soft it feels through the camera, I would, because honestly it's like you would want this as a blanket. It's just so soft. And so it's just this nice beige colour, perfect for autumn, because I feel like nudes and beiges and browns are so in when it comes to winter. I love wearing those sort of colour palettes, and this just fits right in. You can wear so much with this. It's not overly long, it's a fairly cropped one. It comes in a bit tighter at the bottom, like it's got a bit of elastic right at the bottom, but obviously not too tight that it feels like it's pulling you in too much. So it's super comfy, super cozy. It's got a nice big hood, it's got pockets which are fairly deep, just got a nice zip at the front, and it's honestly such a staple. And that one was £25 and I got it in a medium, which in Primark is a UK 12 to 14 for size reference. And I think this one fits perfectly. I wasn't sure whether to go for the large or not, because obviously I like coats quite oversized if I'm going to wear jumpers underneath. But I thought with this one, I probably wouldn't wear as much thick stuff underneath it, because it's more of like an autumn piece. But the medium had loads of room that I think I could wear jumpers underneath it if I wanted to. So that is the first thing. The next thing that I got was this really simple black midi bodycon dress. But so this is what it kind of looks like, just pretty basic. It does come in slightly at the waist, which gives you a bit more shape. It has also shoulder pads, and I don't know why, but I'm actually really into shoulder pads. I've got a couple of t-shirts with shoulder pads which were in a previous video, which was quite a while ago, but I just do still quite like them. They give something a little bit different to the outfit, especially as this is just a plain dress. It gives something a bit extra. So I will actually let you know that I got this in a size 18. It was the only one that they had there, and I thought, I don't really want something that's super tight at the moment. Obviously I'm not loving my body as much as I would like to right now. But so I thought, oh, I'll just pick it up and see what it fits like. It might be a baggier dress then. And actually I quite liked how it fitted. It wasn't tight, but it wasn't super baggy that it looked stupid. So yeah, I was actually quite impressed with that one, especially for a size 18. This one was £10. Yeah, so there's not much I can say about it, but you can never go wrong with a little plain black dress. Can go under anything. The next thing is this really sweet little cropped cardigan. So again, the quality is unreal. I think Primark have actually come through with their quality, and it is affordable as well, which is, it's amazing that they can do it at such affordable prices but still have such good quality. So this is really nice cream colour. It's obviously got like the detailing down the sleeves and then the detailing all on the front. It doesn't have, it's just plain on the back, but I quite like that because it kind of breaks it up a bit. And it's just got the really nice turtle, I think that's what they're called, turtle shell, I don't know. But really nice buttons, and it breaks it up by being brown as well. So it's just really nice, really sweet, quite cropped, but not too cropped. And I got this in a size medium, and it was £13. It does say on here matching items available, but I couldn't see any matching items around it. So I'm not sure whether Bristol Primark just didn't have it, but I'd be interested to know what the matching items were. But yeah, so I just thought this is really, really sweet. As you can see in the video, I paired it with a long skirt, which I think works really, really well. Yeah, that's the beauty of cropped cardigans, cropped knitwear, things like that. Because last year I remember I wore a lot of the long skirts but with knitwear on top, but they were cropped, so it looked so much nicer because you didn't have to tuck it in. Because I find with the longer skirts, if you then fully tuck in a thick long jumper, you then get it all underneath the skirt and you can see it coming through, and it just gives you loads of lumps and bumps. Whereas for me, I would rather pair it with a cropped one and not have all that lumps and bumps underneath. So there's a little tip for you. And to go with that, I did put on this skirt with it. I have already worn this skirt. It's posted on my Instagram. I'll try and insert a picture here so you can see it as an outfit, which is slightly different to what I wore it with in the try on clip. So it's just this long floaty, like it is a nude colour, so pretty, so comfortable as well. And because it's got the elasticated waist, because I struggle at the moment with ones that are like crisscross, so you've got like a button and then a loop over the side. For me, they're just not working right now, whereas having this elasticated waist just made it so much more comfortable. I wore it when we went to IKEA with my family, and I was 100% comfortable the entire day. So, and we were there for a long time. So I got this one in a 14, but because I've worn it, I've taken the label off and I can't remember how much it is. Bear with me. This one was £13. So for what you get, I honestly, you can't really fault that. It's not see-through as far as I'm aware. I had a little bodysuit on underneath my white top, which just sucked me all in, I felt. Gave me less lumps and bumps. But yeah, it just fits really, really nicely, really floaty. Can't go wrong. Next thing I got was this little basic grey jumper dress. I don't know if it's meant to be a dress, but it was definitely long enough as a dress on me. You don't have to wear it as a dress though if you didn't want to. But it's just honestly nice and basic grey dress. It does have little slits there at the bottom. Yeah, just really nice colour grey, because it's a bit lighter, like compared to this grey, it's a lot lighter. And this one was £13 and I got it in a medium, which again 12 to 14. And I'd probably say it was plenty big enough for me. The only thing that I find with jumper dresses, but that's just my preference, is they're usually too long for me. I like them a little bit shorter because I think they look more flattering. But obviously you're not going to get everything you want, because obviously at the same time I want them to be oversized and baggy, but I want them to be short, which usually doesn't come hand in hand for someone my size, because I am shorter than the average human. So that is something that I do struggle with, but I still like that one nonetheless. I did get a couple of bits which I didn't actually try on, because when I tried them on off camera I decided that they just didn't look right on me and they didn't fit nicely on me. But I will still show you what I got, because you may as well see it so that you can decide for yourself, because you might think, oh, that would suit me. So I will still show you what they are, but for me personally they didn't look right, so I didn't film it. So the first thing was, yeah, so this is a dress, because what I had envisioned was like everyone's been wearing like little dresses, floaty, almost summery dresses, but with like Doc Martens and a leather jacket, and I love that look. And so in my head I'd pictured this like that. Oh, actually I think I did film this one. I take that back, this one I did film, so you'll see it in the try on clip. So this is what it looks like. It's just a really nice floaty dress. Got a bit of puff sleeves, but the pattern is so beautiful. I honestly love this pattern, and it's not too bright. Now that we're going into autumn, obviously you don't want necessarily something that's so bright all the time, and it will just go so nicely with Doc Martens and stuff. So I really like that one. This one I got in a size 14 and it was £13. So for £13, honestly, and it does also have an underdress underneath it, so that saves you having to worry about it being see-through. This was the one that I didn't film. So this is the same pattern again, as you can tell. As you can tell, I like the pattern. But this is in a midi skirt again. So it does have elastic, but it has it on the back, so it wasn't too tight around my waist, which was nice. But it's just got the flat bit at the front, which I don't mind. But what I liked about this one was it was a bit different, because it's got the ruffles. So it's got a layer of ruffles there, a layer of ruffles there, and it actually is higher at the front than it is at the back. Do you see that? So it has a lot going for it. It just didn't suit me personally. But that doesn't mean to say that it won't suit everyone, because I have seen someone on social media, I don't know who, wearing it and it looked amazing on them, but it just didn't suit me. But again, I got this one in a 14 and it was £13 again, so not bad price at all for what you're getting. It's got an underlayer, so you don't have to worry about it being see-through. Just the colour and everything about it I really did like, but it just didn't suit me. This is a jumper, which again I didn't film trying on, because for me it didn't suit me. This jumper I fell in love with. I watched Elle Darby's YouTube video. She bought it and I absolutely loved it, and I thought that would be perfect. I put it on me and it just did not do anything for me, and it doesn't mean it won't do it for other people, but for me personally it just didn't suit me. So it's this gorgeous blush colour. I don't even think the camera's doing it justice, but it's honestly the nicest colour. It's got quite wide sleeves, and basically all it is a cropped cardigan, but it crisscrosses, so it's got a tie. Let me tie it so you can see what it's meant to look like. So it's meant to go something a bit like that, and it just crisscrosses over. So the whole idea of it, really liked. Super thick, so it's nice quality. I did get it in a large, and I'm kind of thinking that maybe if I got it in a medium I would like it more, but at the time I thought, oh, I'll go for large, because then it'll be cozier and baggier, and I like my knitwear like that. But it just didn't work. It was £13, so again not expensive for the quality and everything. But yeah, honestly, if you like that style. They are so nice and such good quality. I cannot get over the quality, and the colour is beautiful, but it just did not work for me, which not everything is going to work for me, like, ultimately. So I'm not mad about it, it's just what happened, and it's just the situation. There's no point being upset about it. So next thing, right, so I have been wanting a trench coat for the longest time. Even like probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I started wanting one, but I never got one, and I just always put it off, thinking, oh, I never wear it, oh, what would I, it's not going to be warm enough, things like that. And I toyed with getting one every single year, and every time I thought about getting one, it was just so expensive to get them, and so I just didn't bother. Primark, this trench coat, stunning. So this might actually be one of my favourite things out of the whole haul. So the only thing for me is I do personally, I want to size up. I got it in a 14 and it fits, but I would like to be able to wear thicker jumpers underneath it. So I'm going to go and size up, but I haven't yet. So this is the 14 in it, and I obviously try the 14 on in the try on. But it, honestly, just everything about it, the little details, the black buttons, it's got a nice belt round it, and it just, such good quality and such a nice style, and it just fits perfectly for me. And it was £30, which for a coat of this quality, of just everything about it, the details, everything, I don't think £30 is bad at all. So really, really happy with that one. Okay, so we're getting near the end now, so don't panic, but I did pick up this such nice cardigan. So it's this really nice cream again. It's very similar cream to the other cardigan I showed you, but it's got this balloon sleeve detailing. It has a little belt that goes around the waist, obviously plain on the back again, but detailing on the front. And you know when it wears good quality, when it's heavy. This is heavy, this is good quality, it's soft, it's cozy. So I went for a large in this one. I could have quite easily gone down to a medium, but I thought, and I liked the way that it fitted, that it was oversized, baggy, because you don't have to have the belt done up on it, so it could just be an oversized cardigan, but at the same time you can do the belt up and it gives you more shape. So really, really in love with this cardigan. And this one was £15, which you would be looking at paying at least £30 from places like Zara, or I don't know, in the style, places like that. For knitwear it's like £30 or more, and for this quality and this shape and design, £15 is not bad at all. I'm tempted to actually go and see if they have more colours in it, because I love it that much. Next thing I got was a pair of shorts, which seems quite odd for an autumn haul, but when I saw them I couldn't not get them. I've been looking at them for ages, but I never thought that they would fit me properly or look nice on me. So it's this pair of faux leather shorts. Now, by them being faux leather, to me, I can easily wear them in autumn, and especially now as the weather still hasn't made its mind up on what it's doing, and it's still actually quite warm, but at the same time it's autumn. Does that make sense? So it's still warm, but it's autumn, so you want to be wearing autumn fashion, but you don't want to get too hot. So I'm pretty sure I paired these with that last cardigan that I showed you, and that would be something that I would go out in easily. Like, I am going to live in these shorts until it gets too cold and I freeze my legs off. But even then, over the knee boots, lifesaver. So they're just honestly amazing. So they've got this balloon, is that what it's called? I can't remember what this bit's called, but it like ruches in at the top, and it's elasticated all the way around, super stretchy, super comfortable. It's got, instead of a button, it's got like the slidey do up, which actually I don't mind at all. Makes it a bit more like flush along here, so it stops it from digging in. Got a nice belt around it. I got these in a size 14 and they were £13. So yeah, I am super happy with these, I really think they're going to be a staple in my wardrobe this time of year. And then we're on to the last 2 bits of clothing. Oh, so this little jumper, I say little jumper, so it's a thin fine knit in this really nice camel / nude colour. Really quite lightweight, but at the same time is snuggly and soft. Quite long, but it's got the split at the side, which gives it that bit more detail. And this was, I could only see this one on the shelf, and it's an extra large, and I thought, you know what, I'll get it because it'll be nice and oversized. I'm so glad I got an extra large, to be honest, because it's just so comfortable. You can stick it on, like I tried it on with the leather shorts, you could stick it on with jeans, leggings, leather leggings, whatever you decide, you can wear it with this. So this again is probably going to be another staple, just because it's so easy to wear, and it was only £8. And for the quality, it's got like a little fold up bit on the sleeve. For the quality and everything about it, £8 is such a bargain. I might go and see if they've got more colours in that too, even though my bank balance says no, please don't. And then the last little bit I got was this little cute, very, very cute white lacy top. It's kind of an off-white, I think, but it's just so pretty, and you'll see it tried on with the leather shorts again, just because they go with everything, like I said. And it's just so pretty and so easy, and this is definitely a piece where I could wear it in summer, autumn and winter. Like, there's no one to tell me that I can't wear this, because it's just so transitional and just so pretty. It's got the nice pretty sleeves detailing on there. I got this in a size 14 again. Now this was the best part about it, the price. It was £13, and I probably would have paid £13 for it because of how nice it is and how transitional it is. It was £5. Like, really? And it's just so pretty. I couldn't believe it was £5. Like I said, I would have paid £13 for it, but it was £5. Like, for the quality and everything about it, it's just so beautiful. So that is all of the clothes that I got. You may have noticed a friend behind me. That is also from Primark. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is my giant thumper. How beautiful is he? And also, little thing, his cheeks light up. So he is on my bed because he has been with me every night for the last few nights since I've had him, and Alex hasn't been here. So yeah, I couldn't believe when I saw it. Honestly, their Primark Disney range is like on the next level. I'm not joking. It's almost up there with the actual Disney store itself, but is almost half the price of what you would pay at the Disney store. So for example, I saw this one on the bottom shelf and I absolutely fell in love with him, but I thought, it's gonna be expensive, I'm not gonna be able to get that. £25. I'm sorry, £25 for a huge thumper. If you went to Disney store, you'd be looking at like 50-60 quid. Like, he's so beautiful, so soft, so big, and just, I love everything about him. And for £25, like, are you serious? There's no wonder there was only one left. So, and I was gonna actually get the slightly smaller size. There was like a small, medium and large almost, but the medium was still decent size and the small wasn't small. And I just asked Mum what the prices were, and the medium one I think was like £23, and this one was £25. So I was like, it's no question. So yes, this is my new friend Thumper, who will probably be on the background of most of my videos now because he will be staying on my bed forever. So yes, this is my Thumper. So I bought him, and I'm pretty sure that was about it. I got a couple of little bits and pieces. So I did get Bertie a Buzz Lightyear costume. I'll insert the clip here of all the different costumes that they do for dogs because honestly I fell in love. And so we went for Buzz Lightyear because Bertie doesn't like stuff on his head. He loves dressing up, don't get me wrong, but hates stuff on his head. And all of the other costumes required the hood to be up in order for you to really see who it was. With Buzz Lightyear, he doesn't really need the hood up. So it's perfect. And I will try and insert some pictures here of him wearing it because honestly, he's the cutest little puppy in his costume. I might even film a clip of him wearing it later and insert it. So I got that, and that was £10. I think they were all £10. But there was just so many in all the different sizes as well. I also got Mum a phone case. It was £2 in the sale with Thumper on actually. That was really cute. But she's not here so I can't show you. And I'm pretty sure that was it. So that was my Primark autumn haul. I think I fully did it. Yeah. So now I have to decide what I'm keeping and what I'm taking back because my bank balance doesn't like me right now. So thank you for watching. Please comment down below what your favourite thing was. If you're going to go and get anything yourself. Obviously Primark is a bit hit and miss in terms of when they have it, but it goes quick and they may not get it back. So if you like any of this stuff, please go and get it now whilst they've got it. Obviously I don't know what it's like in your local store, but the one I went to was Bristol, Cabot Circus, so they probably will still have the same stock in there if you live near there. But thank you honestly for watching. Please like this video and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because it honestly means so much to me. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Thank you for watching.